Rod Wave is subtly dominating by having one of the best fan bases in all of hip-hop. In August of this year, Rod dropped an album, A Beautiful Mind, which sold 115,000 units in the first week, and this past week dropped an 8-song EP, Jupiter's Diary 7-Day Theory, which sold 32,000. Both of these releases are currently in the top 15 on Apple Music. The most astonishing thing about Rod's music is how much he can sell while reaching significantly less people compared to his peers. In this video, we will explore how Rod Wave is subtly dominating hip-hop. Let's first take a look into how A Beautiful Mind compared to similar peers as far as consumption from the fans. This album for Rod sold 115,000 units first week and ran up 158 million on-demand streams. Lil Durk's 7220 sold 120.5 thousand units while running up 165 million on-demand streams in the first week. Jack Harlow's Come Home the Kids Miss You sold 113,000 units in the first week while running up 137 million on-demand streams. And Gunna's DS4 sold 150,000 units first week while running up 194 million on-demand streams. Here's where it gets astonishing. When we look at each artist's monthly listeners on Spotify, which shows us the total people reached in a monthly period, every artist mentioned has at least a 3 times higher reach than Rod Wave. Rod has 6.9 million monthly listeners, compared to Lil Durk's 19.8 million, Jack Harlow's 31.6 million, and Gunna's 23.7 million. Yet Rod Wave is managing to sell in the ballpark, if not higher, than all of these artists. So what does that tell us? Compared to all of these rappers and their latest projects, Rod has attracted a fan base that listens to his music over and over at an extremely high level. According to what we just said, based on this album, the average Rod Wave fan listens to his music 22.8 times, compared to Lil Durk's 8.3, Jack Harlow's 4.3, and Gunna's 8.2 times. Let's take a look at the same thing with his recent EP, Jupiter's Diary 7-Day Theory, and how it compared with peers who recently dropped projects. Jupiter's Diary sold 32,000 units in the first week, which equates to 48 million on-demand streams. When we look at Roddy Ricch's Feed the Streets 3 mixtape, he sold 39,000 units, which equates to 58.5 million streams. Quavo and Takeoff's Only Built for Infinity Links sold 33.5 thousand first week, which is equivalent to 50.2 million on-demand streams, and Kodak Black's Cutthroat Bill Volume 1 sold 43.2 thousand first week, equating to 64.8 million on-demand streams. When we look at each artist's monthly listeners on Spotify, every artist mentioned has at least a 2 times higher reach than Rod Wave, except for Takeoff. Rod has 6.9 million monthly listeners, compared to Roddy Ricch's 21.6 million, Quavo's 14 million, Takeoff's 11.2 million, and Kodak's 21.9 million. The crazy thing here is that Rod sold just as much as these guys with just 8 songs. Roddy's project was 15 songs, Quavo and Takeoff's was 18 songs, and Kodak's was 19 songs. In the era of streaming, the more songs you have on a project, the more songs the fans have to interact with, which increases the amount of streams a project receives in the first week. According to what we just discussed, Rod's fans on this EP listened an average 7.2 times compared to Roddy's 2.4 times, Quavo and Takeoff's 3.3 to 4.1 times, and Kodak's 2.7 times. Even when we look at footage of Rod's live shows, he's currently on an arena tour selling out entire stadiums with the crowd singing word for word. There are very few artists at the level selling out entire arenas. What Rod is doing is very special and subtly being noticed compared to bigger peers who are often talked about more in the media. Now, there are a couple reasons for Rod's amazing success while reaching significantly less people than his peers. First and foremost, Rod Wave's fanbase is very niche, but it's very powerful. Stylistically, there's nobody in the game that makes the type of music that he does at the volumes he's been dropping music at. Since 2018, Rod has dropped 7 different projects and 9 total if including deluxe albums. Musically, there's nobody in hip-hop right now that sings the way that he does while also including rap elements. It's very unique. The second reason is the subject matter in his music. Throughout Rod's career, he's made a lot of songs that not only speak about love, but also include sad, deeply emotional experiences that he has gone through. When we talk about an artist making sad music, this tends to be a very difficult way to attract a fan base, but if it catches, it can attract a deeply connected crowd that spins that artist's music over and over. If we look at the past 5 years, 2 of the most dominant artists have been XXXTentacion and Juice WRLD. Both of these artists appealed to the sad emotion and attracted fan bases that connected with their music at an extremely deep level. This is what we are seeing with Rod Wave right now with his own style of music. The reason he's able to subtly dominate his own wave in hip-hop is by having fans that connect with his music and spin it over and over as they are directly going through the experience that he's talking about. This is how Rod Wave is subtly dominating hip-hop. But what do you guys think about this? Are you surprised about Rod Wave dominating in the way that he is? Let me know in the comments down below, like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.